Well, two nations known for decades for their neutrality now seeking to align themselves with NATO in the wake of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Washington correspondent Evan Lambert is live. And Evan, Finland and Sweden knocking on NATO's door here. This would truly be a dramatic shift in European geopolitics.
Nichole, experts say, based on the history of neutrality of both countries and now Sweden, that this is unprecedented.
Вдячність моя без кордонів.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky thanking troops Monday as he says his forces have pushed Russia back from the city of Kharkiv all the way to the Russian border. The UK Ministry of Defense saying Russia has likely lost a third of the ground troops it started with in February. Another stumble for Russia in its war with Ukraine, which now faces even more resistance from an allied Europe. Today, Sweden formally announcing it wants to join NATO, joining its neighbor Finland in reversing a long-standing policy of staying out of the alliance. The expansion of the military defense organization was one of Putin's primary justifications for invading Ukraine in the first place.
The Russian leadership thought they could bully Ukraine and deny them and other countries self-determination. They thought they could scare Sweden and Finland and drive a wedge between us and our neighbors and allies. They were wrong.
Putin downplaying Sweden and Finland's moves to join NATO in an address to a military alliance of former Soviet countries, yet giving a warning at the same time.
But the expansion of military infrastructure over that territory will obviously call for our response, and we will determine what that response is based on the threats created.
Experts telling NewsNation, especially with its history as a neutral country, Sweden joining NATO is an unprecedented display of the threat Russia poses to European security.
What we're seeing here is a tectonic shift in European security.
And the White House saying this afternoon that it will support the formal applications to join NATO of Sweden and Finland once they are presented. Nichole?
All right, Evan Lambert live for us in Washington. Thank you. Well, meantime, President Biden ordering hundreds of U.S. troops back to Somalia. The Pentagon requesting the move amid recent attacks by the terrorist group al-Shabaab. Close to 500 troops will be repositioned from other locations in Africa. They'll then train Somali forces and provide logistical support, but will not be involved in direct combat. Former President Trump withdrew nearly 700 troops from that country at the end of 2020. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.